Oh, if only I could collect my guy, yeah. Nice. Right. Right, now I kind of understand the map system now. That's always handy to have. I need to find where we're here. And go. Yep. Clear you there. Get you right in the free, I think.
Cocked that up, didn't I?
Pretend you didn't see that.
Healing.
I need something
Heal shell, so I can't do anything.
stronger.
There we go.
Take them down.
Captain. Cocked that up, didn't I?
Quite nice to that one. Alright. There we go. Like I say, I don't know whether.
Ado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight?
Here's your thirsty drink.
To think that such a magnificent creature could also be a water-hoarding pest. Dragons are a complicated bunch.
Lifts the head and looks deeply in his eyes before passing you payment.
Agrasima, my friend. You will let me know if you are interested in more work, Ak?
Sure.
A marauder gang boss called Nomu broke free of custody along with the rest of his plunder buddies. It is said they wasted no time getting up to their old tricks.
Nomu slipped the noose again. That half-mastered bastard be three ways mad and twice that a killer. Eora'd be better off shot of him.
You seem familiar, friend.
Tobacco shuffles through his notes before shrugging and giving up.
Prison is too kind for a pirate, so there is a bounty on Nomu's head. He
Oh,
and
right,
his
I killed
ilk
him.
fled to the wilderness north of Neketaka.
Giving him his head.
I hope I will still find this disgusting when I am important enough to toast with the elite bounty hunters.
The severed head by the hair winching all the while and pass your punch of coins.
I tell them all that the captain of your ship will always be my favorite hunter. A sea troll has been making a name for himself raiding fishing villages with his minions. They call him Tahe.
Tahe.
That's thief to the locals. I hear the Huana hate few things more than a food stealer. Warriors fan out to catch the fiend, but so far they have no luck. Tahe can't have roamed far from his latest raid on an island southwest of Neketaka.
Ado, I should come clean about something, Captain.
What is it now? Fire scratches the back of her head, sighing. Take your mind.
Atsura didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. Fact of the matter is, he gave me a job to do. I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right?
She shows you a small collection of scrolls in her pack, all judiciously sealed with a sigil of Royal Deadfire Company.
The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Outtro trusted me to get these in the right hands. I hope that isn't a problem.
Do I not have Hindsight 7? Yeah. I'll see what Dolly's in good time.
Appreciate it, Captain. You'd be doing Outtro and the company a big favor. This one's bound for Harama, an acquaintance. Good sailor. He's somewhere off in Tikawara.
Holds up a single scroll.
And these are for Tuaha, an old friend stationed in Port Maje. You meet some strange types in the Navy. I've got some answers.
Alright. Okay, cookie.
Welcome back. Is there something else you wish to discuss?
Huh?
Please, go ahead.
What is it you do here?
Ha! What don't I do?
Gestures to the paper upon her desk.
I tend to the day-to-day business
Already
of the
done this
Valiant
before.
Trading Company, our negotiations, contracts, and so on. The director takes a broader view of the business. You might call him our navigator. He directs the company's ambitions in the Deadfire.
Could you tell me a little about flaring?
Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been here in Nekataka for many decades now. Its main interest is in the mining of luminous Adra, for which we have negotiated with numerous tribes for access to the Adra sites and, where possible, labor.
Labor.
The company also engages in more mundane lines of trade, of course. Ultimately, we are merchants.
What are your thoughts on animancy?
It is simple science.
What science?
I was never of a scholarly disposition, but I recognize that animancy can be nearly as useful as a good caster.
What point?
As with most fields of study, its merit depends on the mind pursuing it.
The Republics have the best minds in the world pursuing it, Mestre Alvari.
Ooh, angry.
Very well. An interesting question.
Eora Avaro's mouth twists in a rueful smile.
Director Castor concerns himself with the business of the Valiant Trading Company as a whole.
Oh, buddy.
He must coordinate our operations across the entire region. I am afraid you must deal with me for the time being. You seek work, information. These are things I can help you with. Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been here in Nekataka for many decades. The company also engages in more mundane lines of trade of...
Neutral. He's neutral. You might be lucky here, folks.
Ak, my little privateer. You have news for me? Perfecto. A fitting test of your skills and a promising beginning for us both. It goes without saying that I have more work for you if you have the space for more coin. The company is always eager to hunt pirates. My contacts have one by the name of Veen in their spyglass.
He hesitates before speaking up again.
Veen is a Vithrak, if such things matter to you.
Yeah.
Gets in your head, they say. Gelarde. You can catch up to Veen as he sails the Dao reckless far east of Nekataka, past the Kuaurikuhu Islands, no doubt thinking himself beyond our reach.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I
Yes,
hope.
yes and no, maybe. Yes and no.
How might I assist you?
I've got some material for your book.
Ah, how exciting. Let's see here. Goodness, that's not what I was expecting. And so close to Port Maje. You've done wonderfully. Ah, this book will be the best thing since Cassini's adventures, and that was all romantic rubbish. Here, your pay, my friend. We're only getting started, of course. There's more to see. Tikawara next, I think. How does that strike you? It's a little Huana village out to the southeast. 3 islands this time, all nameless and unloved. They form a little triangle around Tikawara, if you squint. I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
Could I have a moment of your time?
Cool.
I know someone who works in this tower. An animancer named Giacomo. I'd like to see him if we could.
Why not?
Agrasima. It should not take long. I have not seen him in many years, and I wanted to thank him.
Is this a glimmer of sentiment from our Iron Paladin? What, I wonder, could this fellow have done to merit it?
He looks at Pallegina, surprised but pleasantly so.
When I was a girl, he visited me in the academy. He was studying godlike. Studying what was in our souls that made us different from other kith. He found something in me. Something that resonated like a chime when he held an instrument near me. He said it was like this for all godlike. Different chimes resonating for different types. But you are not godlike.
Narrows her eyes and twists her lips as she considers your meaning.
In any case, he told me it was what was causing my body to change. I begged him to remove it. He refused at first, saying it was impossible. When I told him I would kill myself if he didn't,
Oh,
he said he would try.
that went fast, didn't it?
It's hard to stand apart, especially when those differences are not easily hidden.
Brow furrows and his eyes fill with sympathy.
I don't expect you to understand, but I was 12. My body was changing in many ways. Being the only girl, the only godlike girl at the academy, was unbearable. Agrasima. Giacomo was not able to remove the chime, but he was able to sever it. When it happened, I blacked out. I did not wake for 2 weeks. The Brotherhood ejected him from the academy for ruining their pet godlike. They assumed I would die. I did not. Over time, I lost most of my feathers. The shape of my nose changed. It was not enough to make me fully Kalbandra, but it was enough to keep me from wanting to die. When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to be paraded around. It was me. Finally, me.
Glad someone's able to. Smells warmly and breathed.
Giacomo saved me. Without his help, I would be dead now. Thank you for understanding. If we can speak to him for a moment in the tower, I would be grateful. Watcher, if you have a moment, I'd like to tell you something. I appreciate that you have been helping me, helping the Republics. I know that you have an important purpose in the Deadfire, and that purpose is not the same as ours. Still, I hope you can see the potential the Republics have to do good here. Quite, but I trust you will continue to support us in the future.
Smiles and nods faintly to you, but a whisper of suspicious twitches in the corner of her mouth.
Corres. I am ready. Yes.
There we go.
Hunter, do you come to serve your coin bond? Then our clients have transmuted gold into justice. You have proven to me that you know the value of a coin bond. There is more work for you, if you'll have it. Anadire the Siren haunts the rocky shore and steers ships to a watery grave. The surviving crews of a dozen vessels have rallied their coin against her. She can be found in the western isles of the Great Kua Urakuhu chain.
Okay. From our unkempt hair to our agitated pacing, Flaune Elette gives off an air of restricted chaos, strained chaos. She weighs you over with a few quick motions.
Siere Pallegina, here to watch us work? Or are you finally going to let me strap you down to a table?
Grins wickedly, looking past Pallegina to wink at you.
Ado Sere. Respectfully, I must decline.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
We're looking for an animal named Giacomo.
Giacomo? Ak, I know him. He has a little laboratory for himself down in the gullet. His speciality is godlike. Claims he can detect them in the womb.
She spreads her hands theoretically, though her expression never changes.
Giacomo rents a room in Ecosi, the Hole, which is that grimy tavern down below. Why he seeks to bury himself, you will have to ask him yourself. Not many animancers down there, so he should be easy to find, if they haven't stolen all his equipment. Or at Ogori. What can I do for you?
Hey.
Come to watch us work? It's not as exciting when we're running through calculations. Sure thing, amico. Comes with the job, doesn't it?
That's very popular in Deerwood. Do the Huanans give you trouble?
Oh, things are much different here. The Huana may not have the same passion for the field as the Republics, but we understand we're doing research, not sacrificing children to wolves or whatever it is the Deerwood believes. So, no riots. Fortunately, news out of the Deerwood doesn't mean much to this lot.
She winks under her teeth. Seems like a strange place to run experiments.
It took us a few months to adapt. A few bad shocks too before we finished proofing the machinery against rain. I like to think it lends it all a little drama, no? Besides, how better to honor Helia than with invention?
Una tries to muster a weak smile, but it gets contorted into an annoyed grimace along the way.
For now, ne? No trouble if you think of anything else, amico. Not the coziest place for it, is it?
Nope.
But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon.
Boom.
Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
You're working on here.
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers.
Volunteers.
We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
There aren't any needed involved, are there?
No, nothing invasive. You'd just be putting your Watcher's gift to use. Here, I'll explain. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
The theory is sound. I used to Adra to track someone before.
Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a watcher, for instance. Ah, well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have.
Elite thinks for a moment, snapping her fingers as she paces a half step back and forth.
The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Interessant. When do we begin?
Elgin's eyes light up as she smiles and looks between you and Flaune.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry. We paid the farmers.
There was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
Alright, let's do it.
Gelardi. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine.
Straight into it then, I guess.
All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Don't. Oh.
So, are we dead now? You're supposed to be the expert here.
Fantastic. Alright. What's this one? Nice. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Ah.
Take him down.
This is futile! I'll see what we can find.
A warm form from tessellating blocks of besmirch rises before you, and from out the flat wall juts a face at least 3 and your high. Its mouth hangs open in a silent shout, eyes wide. A damp, rigid wind screams within the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to the core.
What have we here?
Voice of Rymgand that rumbles in the stone.
A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you?
The god chuckles. A sound like boulders crashing down a mountainside.
You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust? Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher.
Chill winds you first felt when you entered the place picks up. It becomes a defying cacophony, a shriek so loud and sharp it might tear the very bones from your skin, or shred your soul to cobweb tatters. Okay.
As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Berath. I will spare you that fate. For now. Now, on to the matter that brought you here.
Oh, well, okay.
Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension. Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died.
You know, I think you would have killed me.
Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again.
Yeah.
Of course you will.
He radiates a satisfying thin and sharp as polar sunlight.
You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity.
Forward to it.
Perhaps when Berath is through with you, I will find a use for you myself.
Well.
Rare is the mortal who understands me as you do. And do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Oh, there's things I can grab. There's nothing, only a wind remains.
But there was so much. So many more questions.
Yeah, there was. But, really think you want, yeah. Get out of here. Let's just get out of here.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Rod withdraws a finger currently prodding at your temple and nearly stumbles backwards.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic.
One sets a hand to your chest and fans herself with the others.
I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face.
It was definitely inside it.
What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
I think I ended up in the beyond. Raises a brow, but the other Animancers look at you with undisguised curiosity, even awe.
What was it like?
Oh, weird. While you speak, one of the researchers prods you gently with a copper rod. You hear the device in his hand give a high, piercing whine. Oh, now what?
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness. Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update, and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.